Another scandal has rocked the world of love and hip-hop, and this time it's more explosive than ever. Kirk Frost and Jasmine Washington are in the news again, but not for the reasons you might think. Fans are wondering if Kirk is the father of yet another child with Jasmine. And the internet is going crazy as shocking new information appears that seems to confirm what many have been afraid of all along. It all began with Jasmine posting a mysterious picture on Instagram with the caption, "New Beginnings." They were blessings. But what really set social media on fire was when a fan discovered a tiny pair of baby shoes in the background of her picture. Jasmine Washington had been keeping a low profile for a while. But in the world of love and hip-hop, she never stayed hidden for long. She was avoiding drama, leading fans to believe she had moved on and was focused on raising her son. But then, she posted a picture that sent shockwaves through social media at first glance. At first glance, it seemed harmless, a mirror selfie with flawless hair and Jasmine hinting at another child. If Kirk was the father, then in a shocking twist, Kirk was allegedly spotted outside a posh maternity clinic in Atlanta just weeks ago. Makeup, but evil-eyed fans noticed something startling: a tiny pair of baby shoes on the edge of a dresser. Within minutes, the comment section of a well-known love and hip-hop gossip page went crazy, asking whether Jasmine was hinting at a new child and, more importantly, who the father was. The post went viral right away, and what began as a small clue swiftly turned into a full-fledged scandal, with fans frantically trying to figure out whether Jasmine was pregnant or had already given birth. The rumors gained momentum when a source close to Jasmine leaked information to an online gossip site, claiming that the story was much bigger. Seemed innocent at first, just co-parenting their son, but given their history, suspicions grew that their past was messy, complicated, and full of secrets. If the rumors were untrue, why wasn't Kirk addressing them? Why wasn't Jasmine denying anything? Why had Rashida suddenly changed her behavior? The insider revealed that Jasmine had been seen leaving Kirk's Atlanta property late at night on multiple occasions. But then came the most shocking revelation. Kirk and Jasmine had allegedly been in contact for months, eating privately while keeping everything off social media. Normally quiet, Rashida then shared a mysterious Instagram story that sent fans into a frenzy. It featured a plain black screen with white text that read, "Some people never change, but trust me, I see everything." She didn't name anyone, but fans were certain she was referring to Kurt Love, and the hip-hop blog comment section exploded as people argued whether Kurt could have really done this again or if social media was exaggerating things. Just as things seemed to be settling down, an unexpected bombshell shattered everything. It was a purported text exchange between Jasmine and a close friend. While Kirk and Jasmine remained silent, Rashida's actions spoke volumes. She unfollowed Jasmine on Instagram, deleted multiple old photos of her and Kirk together, and was later spotted out with her friends without her wedding ring. The messages contained cryptic statements, but one in particular stood out. "I never wanted things to come out like this, but now I don't even care. It is what it is." Just below that, another message read, "He's been there for the babies since day one, just like he promised." If these messages were real, the internet would have erupted. The internet went into meltdown mode as fans frantically attempted to confirm the authenticity of the blurry hospital photo, with some claiming it was photoshopped and others insisting it was real by pointing out recognizable features. They conjectured that Kirk had been secretly involved the entire time and that Jasmine hadn't just been pregnant but had already given birth when a mysterious social media account appeared claiming to have unquestionable proof that Kirk was the father of Jasmine's alleged baby. The account featured a single post that appeared to show Kirk holding a newborn baby in a hospital room. The caption read, "See, secrets don't stay buried forever." The biggest shock was that neither Kirk nor Jasmine denied it. Usually, when false rumors spread, celebrities shut them down with a quick Instagram story, tweet, or even a vague response. However, this time fans flooded Rashida's Instagram Live, something she hadn't done in weeks, hoping for answers. Instead of confirming or denying anything, she looked visibly frustrated and even hurt. She sighed deeply, ran her fingers through her hair, and then said something that sent shockwaves through the fan base. Perk, and neither Jasmine nor Rashida responded. But there was something different about her behavior. She abruptly declared before the live stream ended, "I'm done shielding people who don't deserve it." Was she talking about Kirk? Was this her way of confirming the rumors were true? Rashida looked exhausted and fans scrambled to piece together. What was going on behind the scenes when they noticed something strange? Kirk had completely erased all of his Instagram posts and pictures. Speculation ran wild that he was hiding something, so he controlled the damage. Meanwhile, Jasmine had disappeared, leaving no posts, stories, or answers to the barrage of comments. When it seemed like things couldn't get any messier, a former lover and hip-hop producers revealed behind-the-scenes tea, and what they revealed shook everyone. According to this insider, Jasmine and Perk had been dating for months before rumors of the alleged affair surfaced. So people took this as Jasmine's way of admitting the truth without actually saying it. This has been going on for a while, baby. You're just discovering because someone made a mistake. The most shocking part was that Kirk was reportedly anxious about an impending paternity test. If he was really concerned about the results, it meant that there was a chance the baby was his. And if it was, what would that mean for his marriage to Rashida? At this point, things were getting out of hand. The media pressed Perk and Jasmine for a statement, but they both stayed in full damage control mode. Then Rashida made another move that shocked her fan base. Despite her best efforts to appear low-key, she was seen at an upscale divorce lawyer's office in Atlanta. Kurt finally broke his silence, and what followed shocked everyone. Instead of making a statement, sitting for an interview, or posting on social media, he was caught on camera arguing with someone outside a club. The video was grainy and shaky, but his words were crystal clear. "You all don't know what you're talking about. They're lying on me. People want to see me lose, but that isn't happening." The person he was fighting with was allegedly one of his own friends. The friend Asterisk attempted to defuse the situation, but Kirk was visibly angry and stormed off. Leaving behind a crowd of whispering onlookers, many of whom had after days of silence, Jasmine returned to social media with a single image of her holding her son captioned, "No matter what happens, my kids will always come first." There was no mention of Kirk or denial of the rumors, just that one sentence that sent fans into a frenzy. Was she hinting at the truth, or was she just trolling the internet watching the cast unfold? Just when the drama seemed to reach its peak, Jasmine announced she was going live on Instagram with something she had recorded. Some fans defended Kirk, saying he was just frustrated over false accusations, while others weren't convinced. So why act like this? When the live stream started, Jasmine took a deep breath and talked first. "Let me just say that you are all doing way too much." Fans held their breath waiting for her to clear everything up, but what she said next was pure chaos. "I never said anything, never confirmed or denied anything," and her tone was neither defensive nor nervous. If anything, she looked annoyed. Thousands of fans tuned in, expecting her to finally address the rumors. Perhaps she would shut everything down, laugh off the accusations, or call out the internet for being ridiculous. But deep down, everyone knew the scandal was far from over. "Girl, why did you like that tweet? Stop being cryptic and tell us." And then the unthinkable happened. Rashida should have joined the live. Up until now, the internet had gone crazy because she had only been giving away clues, throwing shade, and acting in ways that suggested she was done with Kirk. But when she showed up for Jasmine's live, it was on a whole new level. Her expression changed as soon as she saw Rashida's name, and she hesitated for a moment before ending the live. Fans were furious, wondering why she left so quickly. Within minutes, Rashida took to her own Instagram, But instead of, as fans began to believe that Rashida was finally done with him for good, another leak changed everything. A source close to the family made a shocking claim to a major gossip blog that Rashida wasn't leaving Kirk at all. She already knew everything. She was just playing the game. Fans were horrified. There's no way she's forgiven him again after all this. She went live and posted a simple black screen with white text that said, "You all know what's up." There were no names or direct accusations, but everyone knew exactly who she was referring to, and Kirk remained silent, making no attempts to clear his name. We were still awaiting the results of the paternity test, which was the missing piece. If the test was negative, Jasmine would have no choice but to wait it out. However, if the test was negative, the entire situation could take a drastic turn, making Jasmine appear dishonest and allowing her to stay with Kirk without appearing weak. At this point, everyone could only wait because the pressure was unbearable. Fans were demanding answers, blobs were getting deeper, and everyone was feeling the heat. Then, just when it seemed like everything was coming to a halt, a private conversation was leaked, allegedly captured Jasmine talking to a close friend. And in it, she made a confession that sent the internet into a frenzy. However, the biggest turning point was when Rashida heard the recording, which changed everything. She sat in stunned silence as the weight of it all fell on her. "I never said it was his, just that it could be." Wait, what? Fans were in total shock that Jasmine's marriage had been dragged through the mud once more. And this time she wasn't even sure if she wanted to fight any longer. Meanwhile, Kirk was spiraling and his name was trending all over social media, and fans were attacking him in the comments. He knew he had made mistakes before, but this time he was caught up in a storm of rumors, and no matter what he said, no one believed him. Fans began to wonder if Jasmine was concealing something even more significant when she abruptly reappeared on Instagram with a mysterious story no caption. No exclamation, just a black screen with a single sentence which was all it took to set the internet on fire? Was she going to confess, expose Kirk, and completely rewrite the story to her advantage? One thing was certain though, Rashida wasn't letting this go. Into yet another scandal that she never requested, she was suddenly taking charge. She set up a sit-down interview with one of the largest entertainment platforms in the business. And a teaser clip was released, making fans anxious. At last, Rashida was going to tell the truth about Kirk Jasmine and all the rumors. And on the day of the interview, millions of people watched, and it was immediately apparent that something had changed. This time, there was fire in her eyes. "And I remained silent because I wanted to know the truth before I spoke," she said firmly. After all the lie messages, rumors, and accusations, the baby wasn't even Kirk's. Jasmine had led people to believe the worst, allowing Kirk to take the fall, and now her entire credibility was in ruins. The interviewer wasted no time. "And what? Is that truth? Rashida is Kirk's father." The tension in the room was so high that everyone seemed to be holding their breath. Rashida took a deep breath, looked directly into the camera, and finally said the words that the world had been waiting for. Then the internet exploded, asking, "Are you serious? Message, you all owe me an apology for the first time in years." One fan wrote, "This is the first time he's telling the truth," and nobody believed him. The biggest reaction, however, came when Jasmine finally broke her silence and went live on Instagram, clearly upset, trying to explain herself. "I never said Kirk was the father," but she insisted. "You all took that and ran with it, but nobody was buying it. Jasmine, you live for the drama, and now that it's backfiring, you want to play the victim." The backlash was vicious, with fans dragging her, celebrities from Love, and even a former friend calling her out. "Don't play, sis." But Rashida was done. When asked if she had any more comments about Jasmine, she simply shook her head and said, "I'm not giving her any more of my energy." And with that, she closed the chapter. There was no more back and forth, no more social media wars, just silence, and that silence was dying out right away. Jasmine lost brand deals, got dropped from several collaborations, and her social media following began to dwindle. Meanwhile, Kirk and Rashida emerged stronger than ever before. And fans who had hated Kirk for years suddenly felt sorry for him. Jasmine has been playing a dangerous game all along. Or did she simply lose control of the story? Can Kirk and Rashida really move on now that the truth is out? Or have the wounds caused by this scandal been too deep to heal? More importantly, will Rashida ever be able to trust Kirk completely again? This scandal has rocked love and hip-hop like never before, full of rumors, betrayals, and shocking bombshells. If you've been following this drama from the beginning, don't forget to hit the like button. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking update, because, believe us, this story is far from over. Do you believe Jasmine purposefully allowed the rumor to spread? Or was she simply caught up in the chaos? What about Rashida? Should she finally leave Kirk permanently? Or is this just another test for their marriage? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below.